I'm going to talk about Preteritum and presens perfekt. So in this video, I'm going to use English. If you prefer to listen in Swedish, pick the other video. Here goes. Starting from the beginning. Okay, Preteritum och presens perfekt. So first of all, you have to be familiar with the verb groups. If you're not familiar with these, or if you feel that you have to repeat them, go through them again, you can watch the video called verbgrupper. It's important that you know how to make the different forms in the different groups. So the first three groups are regular, group 1, 2, and 3. And this is how you make the different groups. To make preteritum, we add de or te or de for the regulars. For group 4, which is half special, we add nothing, but we change the vowel from imperative. Drick turns into drack, similar to English, drink, drank. For the irregular verbs, the special verbs, it's random. You have to learn them by heart. For example, går turns into gick. To make the supinum form, which we're going to use today, we add t, double T sometimes, it for the group 4 verbs. And for the irregulars, could be almost anything, but actually they will all end with a T. So the supinum form always ends with a T for all groups. Today we're going to talk about these two groups because those are the groups that we need when we talk about the past. Okay, here they are, preteritum and supinum. For example, igår pratade jag med din syster. Yesterday I spoke with your sister. Pratade, preteritum, as you can see. And the other example is, jag har pratat med din syster. I have spoken with your sister. Which is presens perfekt. Because to make presens perfekt, we use the verb har and the supinum form of the verb that we want to use. So in this case, pratat, as you can see, it ends with a T. We cannot say har pratade. We cannot combine har with the preteritum form of the verb. So we have to pick the supinum form, the one that ends with a T. Okay, and how to know which one to use? Well, if we talk about specific time in the past, for example, yesterday, igår, then we need preteritum. Igår pratade jag med din syster. The same as in English. Yesterday, I spoke with your sister. If we're not mentioning the time, or if the time is not relevant, in English you would say, I have spoken with your sister. Jag har pratat med din syster. Could be yesterday, could be the week before, could be when we were kids, could be every day for my whole life. Doesn't matter. Then we use the presens perfekt. Jag har pratat med din syster. So when the time is important, or when you're mentioning the specific time, you use preteritum, which I marked with yellow today. When the time is not important, or when you're not saying the exact time in the past, we use presens perfekt. For example, förra veckan såg jag Spider-Man-filmen. Såg is the preteritum form of ser. Last week I saw the Spider-Man movie. Jag har sett Spider-Man-filmen. I have seen the Spider-Man movie. I'm not saying when, just that I have seen it. Har sett. Har and the form that ends with a T. Så, have seen. Såg, har sett. Okay, let's take a look at how it could look if you combine these two in the same text. For example, an email from a trip. Hej mamma. Jag och Erik är i London nu. Vi har gjort så mycket redan. Vi har gått på många museer, ätit mycket god mat och träffat många intressanta personer. Det har inte regnat, men det har varit molnigt ibland. Så har gjort, har gått, har ätit, har träffat, har regnat och har varit. Because we're talking about what has happened but not mentioning when exactly it happened, or it's not relevant. Just like during this say, this has happened. But when we want to talk about specific time, for example yesterday, igår gick vi på teater. Den var inte så bra, men efter teatern åt vi en jättegod pizza. Gick, var and åt. Preteritum, because specific time in the past yesterday. I tisdags träffade jag Emma, min kompis från universitetet. Solen sken, så vi promenerade i solen och fikade på ett café. Träffade, sken, promenerade and fikade are preteritum verbs or preteritum form, because we're talking about last Tuesday, specific time in the past. And as you can see here, in this whole sentence, within the sentence, we're not mentioning a time. We're not saying i tisdags within the sentence, but we're still talking about the Tuesday from the sentence before. So the reader knows that we're talking about last Tuesday, even if we're not saying it within this sentence. So we have to use preteritum here also. Sken, promenerade and fikade. Bra. How can we finish this email? Imorgon åker vi hem. Tomorrow we're going home. Presens for future. Vi ses hemma. See you at home. Kram. Hugs. So that's an example of how you can use present perfect and preteritum in the same text. All right, that's it for today. Contact me if you have any questions. Vi ses. Hej då.